Hello and welcome to Mostly Sapphic Books, where I am on a mission to read and review every single book about lesbians. Today we have When She's Shy by Ruby Dixon. This is book 11.5 in the Risdaverse series, I think is the official title, but you will probably better know this as the Ice Planet Barbarians series. Ice Planet Barbarians is the first book in this series, which I haven't read. I've only read this installment. I'm not reading any of the others because they're all about straight people and straight aliens, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. If more of them are about lesbians, I will read them. I will read anything with lesbians in it. But the Ice Planet Barbarians series came to fame in the last few years via TikTok, I believe, and it got popular for its sheer outlandishness. This is a story about a group of human women who are abducted by aliens and end up on this ice planet where they meet a bunch of blue alien tiger men who are very strong and big, tough blue alien men who fall in love with all of the women. All of the women get their own hot, very well endowed alien man, and then it is all smut. This is not high literature. It does not want to be high literature. It is pure wish fulfillment, monster boyfriend, smut fantasy. It is ridiculous, and it is like over 20 books long. I think when I last looked at it, there were like 26 books. And I don't even know if I was counting like, this is like a novella or like even a short story, something between a short story and a novella in this universe. Like it's book 11.5. So like I don't even know if the 26 books I saw counted like books like this that are like little short story interludes. So it's just very intentionally ridiculous and kind of fun and crazy and wacky for the sake of it. And that's why so many people are reading it, just to see what this is about, because it's just such a crazy concept. I first heard about these books through the Booktube channel Unresolved Textual Tension. Those guys are great. They're a group of friends who are they all have like English degrees or work in education. They're all super smart and they know what they're talking about, and they'll do like 2.5 hour long analyses of just a whole book. They'll break a book down scene by scene and just completely talk about it in depth. And they're also really funny because they're a group of friends and they all banter with each other and riff on each other. And they're not afraid to have a good time reading books like this. They read a lot of serious books, but they also read books like this. They read the first 5 books in this series, and those videos are hilarious. Even if you're not interested in the story, I recommend like just checking out like YouTube videos about it and stuff, because it's just ridiculous, and it's ridiculous to hear about. Again, I haven't read any of the other books in the series. I'm not going to, but it is funny to hear other people who have read it talk about them and how ridiculous they are. So I had no intention of reading this until I found out that there was a lesbian short story in this universe. Again, I think this might be classified as a novella, but it is very short. It's like literally 5 scenes. I'm gonna give it plot summary and I'm just gonna spoil the entire book because it's very short and it's also very predictable. The structure is, it's incredibly predictable and simple. So we have Allie, who is a human woman. She's shy. She's the titular shy girl. Every week she goes to this big alien marketplace and she watches this hot delivery blue alien girl make her noodle deliveries. And she just watches from afar and she's like, this beautiful alien woman would absolutely never talk to me. But spoiler alert, there's some other evil alien dude there who starts hitting on Allie, and then the blue alien chick steps in and is like, hey, back off, she's mine. Just to get the dude off of her, but now, oh my god, they have a connection. And Allie's like, oh my god, she saved me, and she called me hers, and even though it was a joke, my heart. So they go on a date, like a lunch date, where they get to know each other, like, and to get away from this man. And they hit it off, and they flirt with each other. And then there's just a time skip where they've been dating for a couple weeks, and Allie is like, I am in love with her. Tonight we are going to have sex for the first time. And then that's like half the book. Maybe not half. Maybe that's like 1/4 of the book. I'll be real. But that's the point of the book. These are romance novels. These are like Kindle romance reads. that you don't read for plot, you don't read for the prose, you just read it for the explicit alien fun time. So we learned some very interesting things for the lore here. The alien nipple skin is tougher than human skin, and Allie's like, I don't know if she likes that, but I'll do it anyway. But I know what she does like is the tail. The tail is an erogenous zone. That's interesting and something that I had to read today. Maybe not my thing, but I don't know if, I mean, I guess this is someone's thing. I mean, I guess it's the author's thing because she wrote like 30 books about it. So anyway, and then we find out that they don't have a clit, which is kind of weird because the men have an extra appendage that's above their other parts that aligns perfectly with their human mates' anatomy. So why do they have that just biologically, evolutionarily, if the women don't have clits that need to be stimulated? I don't know. The answer is she initially just wrote these books about alien and human relationships, and it doesn't matter if the alien women have that or not. She didn't think about it. It didn't matter at first, and then she just went along with it. She's just making shit up as she goes. And no one cares. Anyone genuinely interested in these books doesn't care, right? So that's some interesting biology lore. That's maybe the most interesting part of this book, honestly. Because after that, we get our third act breakup, kind of, where Allie is waiting for her lover. What's her name? Haina. She's waiting for her lover to arrive on her regularly scheduled delivery day. And she doesn't come. And she's like, oh my god, she hated the sex. It was, I'm in love with her, but she was just using me as a casual fling. She hates me, of course, because I'm so shy and I'm so insecure. And she always says that she loves all of the things about me that I am insecure about, but you know, she was just lying. I'm so insecure. I just know that I'm worthless and she doesn't like me, and she just left. But then she shows up like 10 minutes later. She's like, actually, I was buying a wedding ring. Also, I lost my job. Do you want to start a farm with me? And then that's what they do. And that's the book. That's the whole plot of the book. Is it good? No. Is it trying to be? No. To be honest, I was kind of hoping it was more ridiculous, because everything I hear about this is ridiculous. And I guess that's just the sex stuff. And this only has one sex scene. Apparently the other books are like chock full of that shit. So because this was just a short story, we only get like one section of the interesting part of these books. And the rest of the story structure was like a very cliche romance arc. Which that's kind of what this is. This is like wish fulfillment for women who are like, human men are terrible. I want to read about a big, strong alien man with the biggest penis in the world, and also he is very attentive to me, and he cares about me, and he wants to stay with me, and they mate for life because they have like a supernatural, there's like a thing where they're like supernaturally bonded to mate for life forever. They're soulmates. So it's just wish fulfillment. You know it's gonna have a happy ending. You know everything that's gonna happen. Except for like the weird alien biology. I didn't know what was gonna happen there. And there are other aliens, which I didn't realize. There's like bird people. And like that mean dude who was like part of a war. Something about an alien species that does a lot of war. I'm sure that's in other books. I didn't get the lore. I didn't get the references here. I think they have dental dams. They called it something like plastiform. I guess it's just a condom, because the men wear it too. And Haina was like, oh, we don't need that. I cannot get you pregnant. So they don't use the dental dams. So yeah, there's some interesting world building here that the novel doesn't care about. The novel's not trying to establish world building in this novella. It's not a novel. If you want the world building, you're gonna have to read like 26 books. I'm not doing that. I don't care. I just thought I would get in on the fun because she threw in a very short little Sapphic short story just to get the lesbians in there. I don't know if there's any gay guys in this. I think it's mostly straight couples. I'm gonna guess it's very predominantly straight. I'm gonna guess the author's straight. I don't know that. Maybe that's presumptuous. But I'm glad the Sapphics were thrown a bone so that I could get in on the wackiness. Even though it wasn't that wacky. I kind of wanted more wackiness. But I guess because it was so short, you only get a glimpse of the world. And also this character's really boring. I've heard like all of the main characters are pretty terrible. Just like really annoying, like 22-year-old human women who were just fucking like bland as hell because they're like self-inserts for the author. Or not the author, they're self-inserts for the reader. So they're just like vague stereotypes, and this was the stereotype of the insecure woman who needs to be reassured that she's beautiful and that people care about her and has value and is wonderful, just like everyone else. There was some lore about her, like, again, she got like abducted, like she went through some trauma, but that's never addressed. They've all gone through some trauma, and I hear that like that's basically never addressed by any of these characters in any of these books. She was like, yeah, I'm a slave, but like that was forever ago. I don't really think about that much anymore. So that's interesting. Have you read Ice Planet Barbarians? Have you read this short story? Have you read any of the others? Are any of them gay? What's the queerness like in the Risdaverse universe? Do they have gay men? Are there like trans stories in this? I mean, she's written 26 books. Someone's gotta be gay and trans. Or asexual? Is there an asexual version of these smut books? Well, maybe? I don't know. I mean, she could do that. I don't know how long she's gonna write this for. I don't know how long it's gonna go on. Maybe write an ace book. An ace smut book. You could do it, Ruby Dixon. I believe in you. Do I recommend this? Not really. It's not even that crazy. If it were like super wild, I'd be like, yeah, dude, you should read this. It's really fucking funny. It's not. It's just kind of like a cheesy alien romance story, honestly. I was hoping for something more, but like it was really short, so that's on me. But yeah, do you know any other crazy alien weirdo monster lesbian sapphic books, romance books that I should read like this? Because I know there's other genres of this. There's like the one about the minotaurs, like the, what is it, the Morning Glory milking farm. That's about straight people or straight bulls. I don't know. What else you got? What else is there in this genre? I am unfamiliar with this genre for the most part, and what am I missing? Tell me what I'm missing. Like and subscribe.